I thought I'd show off my sharpening system today. I just ordered this, the Smith's Tri-Hone sharpening system. And essentially it came with this right here. You got a coarse, a medium, and a fine. Now this is a natural stone on this one for the fine. And it came with some honing oil. And from another kit, I bought this thing. It just sets your angle and has some rollers. You just clamp your whatever you're sharpening right in there. And then I bought some red rouge and put it on a scrap piece of leather for doing the final polish. Anyway, we're going to give this a try on this chisel and see what happens. Okay, so to set up the chisel, first thing I need to do is loosen these a bit so that the chisel can slide forward. There we go. And we have a little gauge right here. Basically what you want to do is you pick either 35 or 30 or 25 and you get the edge of your blade even with the bottom edge of that hole. I'm going to set it to 30. Let me see, I better leave that out for a second. I'm going to set it to 30 and now we're just going to tighten it down. Okay, and we are ready to sharpen. Okay, so let's oil up our stone a bit. I found that if I put some drops in front of my finger, that it spreads it out real nice. Now I've already put a bunch of oil in this earlier, sharpening my hand plane, so it probably isn't going to accept a lot more. And now, we are just going to, there's my oil mop. Okay, now I want to make sure that the wheels don't go off the edge, so I'm only going to use basically this half. Then I turn it around and use the other half. So here we go. Okay, so after much with the coarse, you can see I finally have the entire face of that flat. Now it's time to move on to the medium. And now that it's flat, it probably shouldn't take anywhere near as long on the medium stone as it did on the coarse stone. Let's see how that looks. Yep, you can see how it's shining up the end of it there. Okay, now let's spread the oil out a bit. Yeah, the finer the stone, the less the oil soaks in. Okay, now let's see what it looks like with that. Okay, not too bad. Now let's flatten the back side. So I'm going to have to take it out of the jig. Once again, we are going to use the coarse side, but I think I'm just going to kind of tilt it into here and pull it. And let's see if we can see that. You can see how it's cleaning up the edge there. So let's do a few more. A couple drops of oil. Let's see, spread that oil out a bit. Okay, so here we go. And that's looking pretty good. Let's move on to the fine. Still has plenty of oil on it. Let's get some down near the end. Let's see what we have. Okay, so you can see, if we can catch the light just right, how it's shined up everything. Okay, now we'll take it to the rouge. Same thing for the back side. Alrighty, now I believe we have a properly sharpened chisel. Let's see what that edge looks like. Oh yeah, you can see it nice and shiny. Same with the back. Now let's give it a test run as is. Well, let's see what this does to a piece of pine here. I'm just going to use bevel down and see. Oh yeah, you can feel it just tear into the wood. This is amazing how easy that's cutting into that. That is something. Let's see if we can shave away the wood. Oh yeah, look at that. You can actually sort of see the grain's starting to show up on it. Okay, I wanted to show this as well. I sharpened my main hand plane using the same system on this piece of wood. And I want to hold it up to the light, and you can actually see it reflecting the light.